Welcome to a repair video, and what you see here is something that happened after 20 minutes when I realized that the microphone that is supposed to pick up my voice is not turned on, or actually probably was turned on, but then the battery died and it just stopped recording. So I'm starting the whole thing again, but in the last 20 minutes I already done most of the disassembly and stuff. And what we are trying to do today is fix these T-Sun landscape lights. And I've received this in March 2022. And since I done the review video, I put them into the garden and they have been on every single night. So they come on at dusk and they run until like, I think 11 o'clock. And I noticed that some of the colors seem to be a little bit off. So I set them to this warm orange color, and then I just noticed that, you know, my trees have a funny tint. And I have disassembled one of the units, and this is how it looked like. So you can see that there was a water intrusion and it has completely destroyed the PCB. Well, one of the LEDs already fell off and the others are just not working. And in the last 20 minutes, I just disassembled the second one, and that's how it looks like. So the first column is dying, even though, if I disconnect, even though there is no visible sort of corrosion on the PCB. So this could be salvageable, I'm not really sure. But the issue is that if I look at the construction, this cable gland looks, you know, fairly solid. I don't think that the water has come through, through this one. But what I suspect is that the water is coming through the, the front cover. And you can see that there is a rubber seal in this sort of groove. And this front lens is supposed to sit into that groove. But probably it's just not sort of like deep enough. And then water can still go through. And these lights are installed in a part of my garden which gets irrigated. So maybe it is getting, sprinkler water from the back, and it just slowly seeps through. And you can see, algae grow here. So definitely there is water here, and probably it is getting past this point because I can see green stuff inside as well, and green stuff in the lens, and then probably just slowly going through here, and then it gets into the compartment. So there is water all over here, everything is wet. You can probably see that it shines, and I have no idea what this white stuff is. It's some sort of compound, I don't know, it really feels like baby powder or something. I have no idea why it was included in the casing, but I think it's probably just making this whole thing worse, because then it creates this mud here, and well, in this particular case, the PCB was not sitting in this mud, but if this gets down to here, then it will be just a constant source of dampness around the PCB. But anyway, there is a lot of ridges here where water just pools, which obviously probably eats the side of the PCB. And yep, that's where we are at the moment. So the idea is, what I'm trying to do here is, I have no idea what I'm doing here, but I'm trying to salvage at least the thread which is still working. I don't even care if it has partially incorrect colors, because that's not going to make a huge difference. At least the rest of the LEDs are working. And I think, I have conformal coating, so I can coat the PCB, both sides, with conformal coating. And it looks like that the control PCB, which is here in this heat shrink, is inside the unit. Like it's not really touching the side, so probably this is why it survives. But I can fill this up with hot glue as well, both ends. So basically just cap this heat shrink. I think that's going to be useful as well. And probably clean up this white gunk, and maybe fill this up with some sort of silicone compound, something. I'm not really sure what would be the best, because obviously there is electronics involved here, so I wouldn't be able to use kitchen sealer or kitchen silicone, because I think those contain acids which should really not get in contact with the PCB. But definitely this should be filled up with more stuff. So this rubber seal is just not enough. Or well, maybe if I can get a second one and stuff it in and then just create more seal, but then it's going to lift the whole lens and the water would get in through another way. So I think it's better if I can seal this up, and when I put the lens on, it just oozes out and then sort of like, you know, covers both sides of this casting. That's my best guess. I have no idea. So that's where I'm at the moment. So I think I have to disassemble all three of these, at least to get them dry inside. So I can just scoop up this white gunk and clean these up. They're not bad. I mean, this is just a little bit of, what do you call this, which remains after, you know, rainwater. And also clean that up, and this PCB is probably good as it is. And then before I just realized that my audio is not being recorded, what I was doing is I set up this power supply, and I wanted to power up this unit, which does not work at the moment. So my power supply is set to 12 volts, so they are running on 12 volts, and I have this thingy here which connects to this barrel jack, which goes through here. Oh, by the way, just to make sure that I'm using the correct polarity, let me break a connection here and turn it on. Oh yeah, you see it's working. So the voltage and the polarity is correct. Okay. Yeah, mud gets through this connector as well. Okay, tie it up. Wonderful. So that's working. So I'm powering the unit which looks the worst, and when I used it last time, it was still working. And I don't need the app or anything, because when it receives power, it turns on to the last color. So this is picking up 27 milliamp hours. Sorry, what is it? Yeah, 27 milliamps. And I thought that I can get my voltmeter out and just measure voltage. So this is positive, and oh, how come I'm getting the full 12 volts here? That doesn't make sense. Especially that this should be on orange as well, which means that, okay, red and green is on, but then that's blue, that's negative of blue. So that should be more like 0 volts or thereabouts. So yeah, I have no idea what's going on here, but it doesn't look like that this controller is working anymore. So probably I won't be able to save this in any capacity, because I don't think I would be able to get a controller unless I just wire these together. But I think the LEDs on this is toast anyway, so there is no point spending any time on this. There is one more thing that I can do. Let me turn this off. And what if I try to power this directly? So if I change the leads, I should really put this Raiden power supply into a box. Okay, so let me turn it on. Let me set the the current limit is set to 100 milliamps. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so 100 milliamps, and I'm thinking that I can, if I just, oh, look, it is working. Sorry, it was working. Did you see the green? I've definitely seen the green. Is it a question of... So this has gone gonski already. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, if that's the case, I don't think I really need to spend any more time saving this. So it shows the 28 milliamps on all 3 channels. I'm not really sure why. I don't have the power connected anymore. Oh, okay, this is connected, but it's connected to the banana plugs, which is not. Yeah, so this is not connected to anything at the other end. So I'm not really sure what's going on. Let me get my pliers, and I think I can open up the controller, because most probably it is toast anyway. So at least we can see how it looks like. Oops. I mean, if it's a generic part, maybe this is something that I can look up in AliExpress, but yeah, I don't think so. Okay, so this is the controller. Okay, there is some water damage on those terminals. And some more white gunk. But other than that, this looks, you know, fairly clean. So I don't think the issue is that. And okay, so these driver ICs here, they look clean-ish. There's nothing really here. And so I'm guessing it just doesn't wake up for some reason. Let me get one more thing. Maybe I can use a stiff brush to clean up this PCB. By the way, the 11th of 11 was just a couple of days ago. So I placed a huge order on AliExpress, and one of the things that I bought after a lot of consideration is an ultrasonic cleaner, which would be useful to clean this PCB. Okay. I mean, this looks okay. That looks fine. So these guys should really be working. So let me change my setup back to the to the other connector, which has the crocodile clips, and we can power this unit up again. And okay, oops. So you can, yeah. I think it just doesn't turn on this this driver board, because otherwise we should see. So that's probably some standby current. So a couple of minutes ago, I just finished the recording. I recorded the end of this episode, and I have. So that's the one which looks, you know, the really bad one, and I downloaded the app, so I'm actually making the recording on a phone, so I couldn't do it back then. So I downloaded the app, and this one still responds, and when I turn this on and off, then the voltage changes here. So that means that the controller is still working, but this PCB is completely gone. And because there is a lot of rot here, so that's where the connections are. I'm guessing that it's probably the traces from these you know, the main connections are gone, so that's probably none of the LEDs are working. So as I said, or I wanted to say is that I mean, what I could do is I could use a hot gun to, or the heat gun to remove these LEDs because they might be working, and I can replace them with the LEDs which is on this one, where I think these 4 are dying, well, or one of the connection is dead, so they are, you know, some funny colors. So I can do that one as well, at least, and I don't think I would be able to save this one. Oh, by the way, I did not tell you, but I did contact TSUN. I sent them pictures saying that, oh, this is what happened, and I didn't get a very useful response. I mean, anyways, it was after the 1-year warranty, so not that they would, you know, rush me to replace it, especially that they have I've got this for free for the review video, and they said that they are not selling these PCBs separately, so they are not providing parts to fix their products, which is a real shame because because of this special reflector, I don't think I would be able to use any other PCB for this, because then it just wouldn't line up with the lenses, and it would just look odd, I guess. So I'm not really sure what I can do with this one, but I would love to save this PCB as well, especially that the controller is still working. So that's it, and I've also removed the other 2, and there is no white gunk in here. And this one is completely dry. And of course, the you know, the LEDs work. We have seen that they work without any issues. So where is my thingamabob? Yeah. So you can see these are fine. And this one is fine as well. And this one is dry and no white powder. So I have no idea where the white powder came from on the other 2. And this one has the few dying LEDs. Okay, so that's just the last segments I wanted to record. Let's go back to the end and wrap up this video. That was fun, fun first try. So maybe we should do this again if I get something else that I can fix in the future. But that will be all for today. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.